Connecting. Hello. Give you guys some smudge. Connecting in. You're most likely connected by now. Welcome. Matthew Embry McLean here, the Shamanic Happiness Coach with day number 58. Excuse me, 88 of the 90-day happiness challenge. Ready to almost complete this. We only have one more big assignment. Well, technically two more. One more big one we're going to have some fun with tomorrow. We'll see how it turns out. Today, we are going to do some more deep diving, so to speak, but we're going to examine ourselves a little bit for what type of mindset do we have, or have we had? This is an exercise that we could have done a long time ago, just to kind of define some things. However, we needed some context to shake us up and get us to the point where we can examine ourselves and have the perceptual capabilities to lose judgment of ourselves so that we can track where we are instead of judging where we are. So that's why it's coming almost toward the end of this challenge. But that does not mean that it is any less important than any of these other days. So for today, we're going to be examining and then doing some shifting on the different types of growth or the different types of mindsets. And the two would be a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. So very interesting in the two different ones. Oh, excuse me, bubbies. I got an obstacle today. So really quick, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a difference in how mindsets can influence where we are, and they both have benefits. Generally, a growth mindset will increase our abundance or allow us to transition into abundance a little bit quicker than a fixed mindset. In ways that we can understand how we've developed this is maybe if we've been praised a lot for our accomplishments, then probably we have a little bit more of a fixed mindset. And if we've been praised for what we've included or what we've done, or how we've done a process, we probably have more of a growth mindset. A growth mindset also looks to learn and uses situations as building blocks. A fixed mindset tends to judge a little bit more. And so some examples, and there's two different, let me start off by saying there are two links in the description of this video, And those two, one of them is to help you to transition to a growth mindset, and the other one is just to talk about the two and get you to understand where you are. And there's a little questionnaire, I believe 6 questions on the first one that helps you to identify which one you inhabit most. Generally, it's not going to be like a complete black and white gradient. I can understand parts in my life where I've been very fixed and I've had to learn how to be growth, but on other sides, I've been extremely growth and I've had to learn how to be fixed. Right? Because there's certain times when you need to stop growing and actually just do. And then also there's other times when you need to be very malleable and learn about what's going on in your life. So the two mindsets, generally a fixed mindset will look as challenges and they will avoid them. They don't want to seem as a failure. Okay. Then obstacles, generally a fixed mindset has less resilience. And if you notice that you have a fixed mindset, you probably avoid or you abandon challenges sooner or obstacles sooner than other people do. The amount of effort. The effort that you put in is, you may or may not think that it's actually useful to put in effort, whereas a growth mindset would. They feel like the more effort they put in, the better. Criticism, generally, you might ignore useful feedback or think that it's negative toward you. Okay, so you might have an internal understanding of criticism. And then the success of others, you feel more as a competition and it's threatening rather than it's uplifting or inspiring. So a growth mindset would look at challenges and embrace them because they understand that they're there to grow through, and the knowledge gained within that is very valuable for future endeavors. Through obstacles, generally, growth mindset people are very persistent, and they want to figure out how to get over this obstacle. So that's one. generally the amount of effort that a growth mindset person puts into their work is seen as as a good investment, as a worthwhile cause. And so hard work and effort is a valuable thing for them. They look at it that way. Criticism, generally a growth mindset will learn from criticism rather than avoid it. So there's one thing that we can kind of easily examine within ourselves. And then the success of others is actually inspirational, and it causes us to do better than we did before. We look at everybody as uplifting each other, kind of a thing, like helping everybody to strive to new heights. The interesting thing about like having a mindset is that there's no end game to this. It's just how we look about life, just going through it. So we might notice that some of our habits are, some of our habits are more in a fixed mindset, and some are in that growth mindset, like I said just a second ago. But it's really powerful to understand, like, wow, maybe I need a growth mindset right now. And if I have behaviors and things that aren't contributing to a growth mindset, they're more of a fixed mindset, are they helping me or hindering me, right? So really getting into this exercise. So check out those 2 links. Again, I don't believe in recreating the wheel. I'm not going to go and do a dissertation on mindsets. So there's somebody who has done some powerful work on that. But just looking at that really gives us an interesting perspective of like where we can grow in this moment. If at any time we feel stuck, then wow, okay, maybe I'm not in a growth mindset right now. Maybe I'm viewing effort as fruitless, right? Or fruitless, whatever. And it's not worth my while. Or the obstacle just seems to be too big and I'm frozen, right? Maybe there's some things that we can do to shift. And so within there's the second link, there is like 25 things you can do to start engaging in a growth mindset. And this is a pattern that we get into. It's a way of being that we get into. So it's a practice in the beginning, and then eventually it becomes very common and easy to do. So go ahead and what type of growth are you doing? How are you doing? Or are you just too fixed right now? Do you think that you don't deserve growth? That's an interesting thing, right? So just play with this exercise and go ahead and share the video. And you're going to label like what type of mindset are you, and how can you see that a growth mindset or qualities of a growth mindset would enhance your journey, right? Enhance your current life assignment or your hero journey. So go ahead and share that. Share the video using the hashtag of 90-Day Happiness Challenge. Also tag me, Matthew Embry McLean, Shamanic Happiness Coach. What else? Reach out to me if you have any questions on this assignment. Some of you do reach out to me, and it's very the correspondence that we have is very helpful. And then after seeing your posts, I'm like, oh, okay, you did it, good job, and I can just see that, so I validate your work. So we have 2 more days technically. We are almost done. Woohoo! I'm so excited for this. Tomorrow is going to be fun. It's a full moon as well tomorrow, so be prepared for that. You might want to come with a candle to this at noon to the live. We'll see what happens. Anyway, you guys are all doing fabulous. We're almost done with this 90-Day Happiness Challenge, and you're in a new you now. By 2 days from now, you should be pretty much like unrecognizable to your past. Okay, the things you did back then should seem kind of foreign or a long time ago, even though it was only in November. Pretty powerful. Yes, yes. So go ahead and reach out to me, please, if you need any help. I can't wait to just read about your journeys and whatnot. And again, this one, I just wanted to say one more thing before I go, is this is tailored so that you can do this in an exploratory way, because you're not in front of me doing one-on-one. If we were doing this together one-on-one, this is why I ask you to reach out to me. I can direct where you might want to go or might want to explore a little bit better. But because I'm doing it over this live platform and doing the video, I am unable to actually see into your circumstance specifically, but this is general knowledge, so to speak, for the wide audience. So if you want something that's a little more concrete, reach out to me, okay? Anyway, with light and love, I say namaste, and I will namaste you tomorrow. Bye-bye.